Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 19, Week 8, Day 3. So today, we should be able to finish out Tower of Doom. Of course, we've been poking at the last few days. And with all the heroisms, because we actually have 2 heroisms and the fireballs, we should be good to go. As far as completing the place out, it's going to be weird having double heroism for once. But we actually are getting a second one on the 25th room, oddly enough, used on this exact same floor. That means we'll be able to fireball our heroism both the 24th and 25th floor. Meaning that the final fight will actually be on floor 23 for once, which will be kind of weird, but will end up being the case here. But anyways, let's start with that. Gosh, my guild has gone far. Why? Why do you still keep going so far? Who's farming this? Wait, who's... Apparently Papados. Well, you know what that means. Time to get Papados. Oh no, was this someone else? Let me double check. Is it Papados doing all this? Dark Arthas was doing a decent amount. Why does Papados have so much? If Dark Arthas was the one scouting. Oh, there it is. Okay, they scouted the later end as well. I see, it's both of them. Alright, we'll give it to both then. I see how it is. We'll hand out 2 gifts. Let's see, where are they? There's one. So I'm running out of these things. Maybe start getting stingier with them. And wherever on our Papados is. There we go. See, we don't have to do that much with the events. We just have to give gems to the people that do. No, we've been doing what we need to do for this event. And of course, Isabel with the very helpful posts gathering all the info. Also greatly appreciated. Let's see. We have just the 2 for this one, which means we're already moving on. Perfect. Anyways, hello everyone. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful day today. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Mark. Hey, Valhawk or Valraven. Hello, Jets. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Draco. Hello, Tyrion. And as Tyrion mentioned, if we free leave, like, and stream, helps a lot, is greatly appreciated. Isabel mentioned it too. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful day. I did finally go to that sushi place today. And, yeah, it was okay. Obviously, it was a lower end sushi place. It wasn't, like, one of the solid ones. Honestly, I haven't gone to, like a decent sushi place since, like, gosh, I want to say 2018. But this was definitely like a mid-range kind of place. But I don't know, it was one of those all-you-can-eat places, and I don't know, it was still pretty good. It satisfied my need for food. Though I did find one thing funny, because I guess it's just more expensive now these days. But of course, they have a lot of downgrades to various things just to keep it cheaper for an all-you-can-eat buffet. And one downgrade that I've never seen before, because this is like the first all-you-can-eat buffet I've ever been to since the pandemic. But you know how places would have stuffed mushrooms? Where, you know, in a place like this, it would be like seafood-based or something similar. But anyways, you'd basically have stuffed mushrooms with, you know, something in it. But instead of stuffed mushrooms, they had all the normal stuff you would normally have in a stuffed mushroom. But they did bread for the mushroom part. It was still like a hollowed out shell, like a mushroom, but it was literally just bread. So apparently those mushrooms, like, what are they, portobello mushrooms or whatever they are? I forget what species of mushroom those normally are. But those like stuffed mushrooms that you would normally have, they were literally replaced with bread. The stuffing was still the same, but the actual mushroom part was just bread instead of mushroom. I found that really funny. Because it's like shaped exactly like it should be if it was a mushroom and everything else, but it's just simply bread. So I guess bread is just way cheaper than mushrooms these days. Because that's the only thing I can think of. I've never seen that before. Hey, we got our lucky scroll. Alright, 22. We took a 2 and a 3. And we're almost already at our final fight. And we definitely have enough sigils to get there. You're looking for Lester? No, Lester's been showing up. He showed up even last night. A little bit more towards the end of the stream, but he was here. for a little bit. He's normally not here at the start of any stream, but he normally just comes around at some point. Is that little Abek? Welcome, welcome. Oh, did Lester stop playing Gems of War? Oh no. I feel like a lot of people have been quitting recently. It has even crossed my mind. Oh no, I don't think we're ever like quitting Gems of War. Like I could see us eventually having a post like what Genki did like the other week, where it's like we're kind of quitting but not really quitting. But I don't know. I feel like I would never stop doing the Monday videos for the most part. I have been considering cutting the teams from the Monday videos, though. And the other cut I would maybe make is not doing a stream every single day, but I don't know, I enjoy streaming every single day like this. I would miss it if it was gone. Though it would free up a lot of time. Because generally when streaming at the same time every single day, like obviously you can't really do much the hour prior. Like I can never really schedule anything on a given day for like, let's say 7:30. Because, you know, if it goes over, it'll easily go into stream time. And similarly, I can't normally, like, schedule something, like, right after stream, because what if I go a little bit longer one day? Like, I can't really schedule something at, like, 9:30, let's say, because, you know, what if we're going longer or anything similar? So, there's, like, a 3-hour block of time every single day for a 1-hour stream, where I basically can't schedule anything other than this stream. And that's been that way for 8 years now. We've basically been doing daily streams, so... I don't know, I've been considering cutting back a little bit, but I don't know, I don't think we'd ever, like, quit Gems of War. Until the servers are down, we're going. Alright, I'll take this one over here. I think this is the final fight we even need to do for Doom. I can alternate days with Palia? No. Though I do plan to go pretty crazy with Brighter Shores once it comes out. This will almost look like an MMO channel by the time Brighter Shores comes out. Like around that time, because I want to start uploading some old school RuneScape stuff before then. Something I meant to start doing in March and then never got around to. I think I did like one video. It was more so just like an introduction kind of video thing. It wasn't actually a guide or anything. Which are the main things I always been covering. It's kind of the thing we always kind of covered, though I've kind of stopped doing in recent years. Just various guides on just random games, just for the sake of it. Things that other people generally don't cover and just similar things like that. Alright, I think we're done here, right? All we have to do is heroism, fireball, heroism. I think I even fireball here once. Alright, we're on floor, what, 23? 24? 25. Alright, what is our path? I am skipping that power. We're going to have effectively 2 heroisms. So let's start from where we are right now. We have 2 fireballs and 1 heroism, so let's do some math. Let's do it from the reverse. Okay. So I fireball the heroism, I fireball the fireball. We only have 1 fireball left, but 2 heroisms now. I then use heroism, so we don't have to take anything else there, and that finishes that floor. So we fireball, fireball, heroism. We now have 1 fireball and 1 heroism remaining. I then fireball the fireball and then heroism again. Wait. Where's my fireball getting consumed? It would have to be now, right? I think that's the math we're trying to get to. Okay, let's do it the other way around. Let's do it forward. So I fireball the one we're at right now. We then take the final fight. We then fireball the fireball, and then heroism. We then fireball the fireball, then fireball the heroism, then use that heroism, and then we are done. Alright, seems like a plan to me. So this is our final fight right here. Oh, wait, what one did I have to fireball, though? Really important I don't fireball the wrong one at any of these points. Otherwise, we gotta do another fight. Alright, so this is the final fight right here. We fireball this. And this is the final boss right here. Which I don't think we've ever had a floor 23 final boss, but here we are. Yeah, this is the final fight that we need to do. Them restating the victory points pushed a lot of people away. Yeah, honestly, that was weird, because for the longest time they were like, yeah, we'll keep some % of the points. And for the longest time, even that one system that they implemented, it was like, okay, yeah, we'll maintain some amount of the points. And then they went for like a full reset, which was really weird. Like, I personally don't care too much about those points, but you know, a lot of people did. Or maybe not a lot, but you know, some portion of people did. A lot is not a right term. But there are definitely quite a handful of people who really cared about that. At least like 5 to 10% of the player base. I personally never really cared about total VP, but it was always weird that it was kind of weird this patch. It just like completely wiped it from what it was. And there we go. That's the final fight. We are done now. Now we just have to make sure we don't misclick. Alright, so I have to fireball the fireball, then heroism. Then I fireball the fireball, then fireball the heroism, then heroism. Wow, what a weird layout. I don't think we've ever had a layout like this before. But yeah, fireball the fireball. I now use a heroism. Let me just double check, because there's like so many steps here to make sure we don't misclick here. We now use a heroism here, which might seem like a waste, because the next area is better to heroism. However, we have another fireball that we could fireball. Then we fireball the new heroism, which will also consume our final fireball. And then we have completed the event. Wow, that was probably the most convoluted ending we have ever had to a Tower of Doom, but I'll take it. And that is Tower of Doom completed. There we go. Nice. And now we're done. As soon as it says floor 26, you are good to go. Of course, you can go further if you want, but not really needed. And we're in the bare minimum club with Gabby. Good job, Gabby. She just has slightly more power because she took the 2 powers we skipped. But there we go. And somehow we're rank 11 doing all that. Good job, guild. Anyways, in other news, let's go into the code. Tower of Doom completed. Easy enough. Oh yeah, my code section is not open. Let me go grab that. Somewhere's here. Not that. Where is it? It's buried in a billion different menus. No, not there. Right there. So I just realized I have my codes next to my recycling bin on my other computer. I never realized those 2 icons were next to each other. I'm really surprised I have never misclicked my code section into the garbage bin. As the delete icon, or, you know, the delete thing button, whatever you want to call it, that Windows has, is literally right next to my handout codes document. So if I just accidentally drag that while I'm opening it, I could so easily accidentally delete it. Though, of course, we have a backup through the Discord, so I guess that doesn't really matter too much, but I never realized that till just now. It's kind of funny. Anyways, there we go. Tower of Doom completed. That's actually pretty straightforward. Well, not quite, but also hello, Anderson. Hello, Logic Slayer. Everyone else hello, too. Yeah, the alliance system's still implemented pretty weirdly. I still hope they make tweaks to it overall. Yeah, doing it every single pass is kind of weird as well. Especially since the only carryover are those little VP talisman thingies, or whatever you call them. I guess the talismans, but not just the talismans, but the, what am I trying to say? There's little statuettes, like those brown, silver, and gold ones. The main thing I don't understand with those is why do they only carry over 10%? Like, if that was their plan for, like, hey, this is the new VP carryover system, why can't you buy them with VP? And then why can't you also carry over, like, more than 10%? The fact they only carry over 10% is really weird. And the fact that you can't convert your current VP into, like, next season VP is also weird. Because let's say, for example, this season, we only really wanted 180k. Why can't I now, like, convert them all into those little totems? Or, you know, anything that will carry over. And then carry over, like, 25% or 50% or something. But the fact that you can't, like, get more of the totems, realistically, as well as the fact that the totems only give 10% carryover is just so bad. That's only 10%. And no way to convert the rest of your VP into it. Which is a really weird system. And 10% is way too little, for obvious reasons. Don't think I need to explain. That is basically 0%. What's the full 30-way split for all Doom prizes? Doom is terrible. No, you get the full reward when you do Dooms. It doesn't split the reward. You get the full reward for leaderboard. Doom's leaderboard is not that good of value, but every single person gets the number. So if it says you're getting like 100 gems, then every single person in your guild gets the gems. It's not split across everyone. But no, Doom actually has among one of the better resource drops for mode, other than like journeys with their deed books and everything. Because you get 26 color deeds, all the things that you get along the way on the normal prize thing. And you even get a little bit extra gems at the end based on where your guild plays. You shouldn't be trying to place high as a guild. But, you know, if you have the battles, might as well use them. Cast spells in any battle, PvP, dungeon run. Yeah, that's the other daily we're about to go do. I always confuse dungeon run for faction sometimes. Also, by the way, we have the McGrim Woods pet. Mentioned this a couple times this week, but if anyone needs it, it is available. Of course, we don't need it, so we shall be ignoring it. Oh, top 3? Today's definitely a top 3 day. Fire trap, boo. Let me guess, it's you, you, and you. We had this exact layout yesterday. Oh, it wasn't. It got us. Oh, Death Mark's kind of annoying. I'm not going to bother countering it, though. I'm just going to ignore I even saw the Death Mark. Oh, also, wait, did I miss a hello earlier? Hello, Genki! Not sure if I said hello earlier. I could alternate days with Palia? No. Actually, Genki, how much time do you have in Palia these days? Do you have more time than Isabel? Because why do I feel like the answer is yes? You have 1,300 hours? Oh, wow, yeah. That's quite a lot. Didn't you just start like 2 months ago? That's like Animal Crossing New Horizons level of play. I haven't done that yet for that game. Though we're probably going to stream it again this weekend. Yeah, I think I have like not even 30 hours. I think I'm at like 28 or something. Still very early on. Actually, I want to check something. How much time do we have in Old School RuneScape since we started it last year? I want to break down this number. It says 248 days. Keep in mind, a lot of this time is AFK. For example, it's literally AFK fishing right now. So this number is a bit misleading. Because whatever this number is, I have probably only played like 10 to 20% of this actual time. And the rest of it is just idling like it is right now. We're still doing something, but not quite doing something. But let me see. Since I started it last year, we have 5,959 hours. So 5959. So basically 6,000 hours in Old School RuneScape since last year. Which means we've been playing it over 3,000 hours a year. But keep in mind that a good 75% plus of that is like completely AFK. Like I'm literally playing it right now as we're playing Gyms at War, so to some degree it's like way lower than that. But yeah, 6,000 hours, that's kind of insane. I didn't even realize it was that high. But of course, a lot of it is like very absurdly idle time. Anyways, we did that, grab that. I think in total in that game, not just that's just the time in that one account. I'm pretty sure we're close to like 40 or 50,000 hours, something absurd. Something completely absurd. Also, I hate that this thing always flashes. I think it's flashing for PvP. Yeah, it is. I hate that. What's it even flashing for? I don't even have anything here. It's like flashing for burning chests or something. But there's nothing to do there. Also, we'll take this tomorrow, probably. Or definitely. Not probably. No goals to really go for here that we can bother going out of our way for. Like, there are a few, but it's just not worth it. Just get them done naturally. Alright, so we don't need to worry about anything there. We'll go do the PvP in a moment, though. Actually, are we doing it now? What do we still have? We were going to focus on some Underspire today. I think I put it in the title. So we are going to go probably use, not all of them, but probably get to like Section 3, Section 4, since we haven't touched it yet. We do have access to one of the Celestial Dragons, so it shouldn't be that bad this week. Oh, you know what? I actually am doing PvP. Alright, that would explain why I showed up over there. Because I forgot, the weekly event is Tower of Doom. I didn't think we had like a second event, but no, that's just the only one. Alright, never mind, we are doing PvP now. First things first, let's go take all of our gold medals. Actually, let me go take the other thing first before I forget. Oh, no, never mind. It's Wednesday. We don't have to do the other thing. Okay, well, let me go do the 3 thingies then. We got to go do it for yellow, purple, and green. And yellow also has double, which is nice. So we'll be getting 18 for this place. And of course, you know what team we're using. Wait, you have over 6,000 hours in Animal Crossing? Oh, wow. I think by the time we ended the game, we were at like 1,000 something. Though most of that 1,000 something was in the first few months. And then we put in like a several hundred over the next year. And then we can just kind of stop playing the game. There's only a problem with all the Animal Crossing games. They have one good year lifespan, and then they kind of just die. I've never actually seen a game that's set up that way, where it quite literally has a year lifespan and then doesn't do anything. It's not a bad format for a game, though, having one really solid year. It just makes the game kind of clunky playing beyond that first year. Yeah, I miss it too. It's weird that they don't release them like bi-annually or something. Like they only release one every like 4 to 6-ish years. Because I think they've done like 5 or 6 major releases since the GameCube one back in like 2002 or so, 2001, whatever it was. So in 22 years, they've only covered like 5 different games with it. So yeah, that's about one every 5 to 6 years. Because New Horizons came out in 2020. Which means even if the next one comes out next year, which we don't even know if it will, that's a 5-year gap for a game that lasts 1 year. Yeah, that would explain why all you guys seem so progressed in Palia. You all have hundreds of hours, and I'm not even at like a triple-digit number. I don't know, I'll stream it some this weekend. I don't know, I haven't really been playing it much. I only just log in to check like the dailies now. Or, you know, like the things that are on timers. I've also been trying to get level 10 all so I can actually unlock all the weeklies as well. I feel like I'm getting close to the point in the game where I'm going to hit a wall on content, though. Where the only thing left to do will be farming plushies infinitely. And I'm not sure if that's for me. It's kind of weird because in Animal Crossing New Horizons, I was like so in it to go get all the like fishing statues and insect statues. I haven't really felt that feeling in Palia for some reason. And play Hot Pot. Honestly, I have actually cut my Hot Pot addiction in that game in order to make storyline progression. Though I do have to say my favorite part of that game is Hot Pot for sure. I really like card games within the game. Honestly, I like any game that has mini games within the game that has a good reward system that fortifies the rest of the game. It's one reason I actually like old school RuneScape. They have like dozens of good mini games that all lead into the actual main gameplay loop of the game. Yeah, I really love games that have mini games in it. It's one thing I always wish Gems of War did more of. It seemed like they were at first when they did Treasure Hunt and then Arena and all that. But honestly, I wouldn't say we had like a proper new game mode in Gems of War since Treasure Hunt back in like 2015, 2016. Like, yeah, we've gotten other new game modes, and some of them are actually pretty interesting. Like, honestly, I actually enjoy Underspire. I do feel like it's slightly too grindy for its own good, but relative to its reward system and everything else, and gameplay-wise, I do feel like it's a decent minigame. But I feel like that feels a lot less like a minigame compared to Treasure Hunt, for example. Like, it's not bad. And as far as recently designed content, aside from how annoyingly rare the Guardians are, I feel like it's been done pretty well. And one of the better pieces of modern content in the game. But it doesn't feel like a minigame in a minigame sense. It just feels like what Dungeons and Underworld was trying to be all along, but never really were. There's still a lot of questing to do, I've noticed. Every time I complete a quest in Palia, I feel like 5 replace it every time. I have no clue where they're even coming from. I just keep seeing exclamation points and just keep clicking. Because I haven't really been reading the lore of the game, because honestly I don't care about it too much. When we do Brighter Shores, I personally will be reading all the lore. But I kind of did the same with Palia, or Palworld, I mean, where I didn't really read the lore, and the main reason for that is, I don't know. It just feels weird reading the lore of a game that's in a beta, because things could easily change. And that applies to all beta games. Actually, there is one exception. I did read all of the lore for Dave the Diver. But that's because it did it in a way where it was kind of a part of the gameplay, like directly. So I was like, yeah, I'll read it all. But generally, early access games, I actually don't read the lore during them. We actually did the same thing with Puzzle Quest 3, oddly enough. We played Puzzle Quest 3 in beta for like a year and a half. And it wasn't until the 1.0 release that we actually read the whole thing for the first time. I'm not sure why I do it like that, but just a habit of mine to never read the lore of a game until it's like full released. Yeah, honestly, I should revisit Dave the Diver. They've done like 5 updates. Like free content updates since I last played. Because we played it a little bit when it was first in early access. Back when like no one knew about the game. I think we were one of like a few thousand people who were playing at the time. Then the game absolutely blew up on launch, and obviously we were playing it then. As we already had tabs on it and already had it from earlier. And then, yeah, I haven't really played it since launch. Like, we finished through the whole game, and then, I don't know, I just haven't revisited it since. Definitely need to at some point. The only thing I didn't care too much about Dave the Diver was I feel like the restaurant management part wasn't as in-depth. Maybe they fixed that a lot in recent times. But I feel like that aspect of the game wasn't fleshed out as much compared to the diving part. Like, obviously the game is focused on the diving part. But I felt like the game was... like, the further you got into it, I felt like the percentage of the game was more diving than the restaurant. And by the end, it felt like it was like 99% diving and 1% restaurant management. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's obviously where most of the gameplay loop is, but... Like, it felt like the area mattered a lot more early game. But then you eventually have the whole restaurant nearly automated. I said, hello, Lester! Welcome, welcome! Oh, the restaurant management part is still awful. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I did get the access to the bonus restaurant. That was there at launch. It wasn't there in the beta, but during launch, they did have the bonus restaurant. Which is basically like the normal restaurant, except it automates itself completely. That was one thing that was really bad about that game. Is just all your restaurant stuff just kept getting increasingly more automated. To the point where you literally get a second restaurant that is 100% automated. You're not even physically there. I don't know, maybe I've just been getting a lot more critical on, like, restaurant management games as well. Because, honestly, PlateUp felt pretty bare bones. I did enjoy my time at PlateUp. And it was definitely obviously centered more so around the multiplayer aspect than necessarily anything else. But, I don't know. It feels like an incomplete game. Like, it's not bad. It was definitely fun, the time I had with it. But it feels like it's still in beta. Felt like the game never released, even though it's basically done with development. Oh, did Miss Insanewitch fall in love with Palia? Nice. We need to have another cooking party again. I've still been so poor in Palia, by the way. Also, I still haven't done that weekly objective where you have to, like, cook with people. Which is a little bit of an annoying objective. I actually do slightly hate when a game forces you to do co-op. I don't mind the option and maybe even giving like extra rewards and other things for doing co-op. But I hate dailies and weeklies that are like, you have to go play with someone else. Because generally if I'm going into a game to clear out their dailies or weeklies, I'm trying to do it to get in and get out. I don't want to like linger around. And having to like find someone else to go do something is just kind of annoying. I don't mind it as like a general aspect of a game, but having dailies and weeklies attached to it is something I've always hated. Let's see, what do I need? I just need wand. Get the good old wand in there. Actually, I'll go offensive. We'll put our Stellax in first slot. And by first slot, I mean second slot. You know what I mean? As first slot as it can realistically be on this team. Because, of course, Bug Strider has to be our true first slot. Yeah, we'll go mech here. There we go. Please inform Lester he's a big fat quitter. And you're not speaking to him? What, because he quit Gems of War? I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have been quitting Gems of War. That's something that always happens. Obviously everyone's, or not everyone, but you know, every game has people quitting over time. Though I do feel like in recent years, Gems of War has had an increased number of such. But it still has a really healthy player base still. It's still a great community for what is left. It's just everyone in the community is just really skeptical on anything the devs do these days because, honestly, the last 5 years have just been kind of, not ideal. Whether that's 505's games intrusion on the game or just the pandemic in general, I have no clue. It's definitely been in like a slightly weird direction, but I don't know. I still have fun with it, to be honest. I never really found another match 3 game that really captures like the quick pace, just enjoyment that you get from playing Gems of War. Well, indie dev is going to make it next now. A game like this would be really annoying to code, though. It's mostly getting this part of the game to work would be the annoying part. Getting the side panels to work wouldn't be too bad. But this right here is, like, the annoying part to code. We can see with, like, the billion glitches that are in this game in relation to it. Even still to this day. Ever since they got taken over, yeah, it does feel like it's been since that time. I don't know, what else does 505 Games do these days? Has some of their other games also been going down? Because what does 505 own these days that's, like, really big? Did they ever do Payday 3? Was that game successful or not? Because I know they owned Payday 2, and it's the type of game I would never play. But I never looked into how successful or not Payday 3 was. Because I think that came out in like 2020, 2021, 2022. Somewhere around there. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Does that even exist? I feel like that's something that exists. Oh, let's see. I'm actually not even sure if that exists. Steam charts, is it? Steam charts. Steam charts. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Payday 2. Or 3, actually. 3. Do you exist? It feels like something that exists. Yes, it does. Wait, it's still in beta? No. Oh, it has a smaller player base than Gems of War. That says a lot. Look at that peak, though. 69. Yeah, it literally has less people playing than Gems of War. That is sad. Yeah, it's been out for a year. And then died. But then came back a little. But mostly died. And I think this is a purely multiplayer game, too. So player base actually matters a bit more. I think Gems of War has been going down, but has honestly still been pretty strong. It has always had, like, a weird number, where it has always been, like, decently stable. Like, some of these numbers might be up and down, but it has always been pretty consistent with numbers throughout its entire history. Just, like, a really stable number. And this is actually around the time where I started playing a little bit less right here. Like, around this time right here. It was probably, like, the lowest point in the game's history from a player-based perspective. And this was almost when I stopped playing the game. Was right here. But this was before they did a lot of the better updates that made Gems of War what Gems of War is. But that's kind of interesting, because this, I would say, is like the lowest point in the game in history. I know the numbers might not show it exactly. I guess kind of, because that was the lowest all-time number. But this was probably like the driest point in the game's history, both from like a content perspective and just what the game was. But then they made some pretty big changes pretty soon after that really brought the game into what it was. And then just kind of skyrocketed. And it kind of stayed pretty stable for quite a while. Let's see, when did they finally dip to under like 2,000 concurrent normally? It was back last year around this time. Interesting. Oh, so what happened in June? Wait, what on earth happened a few months ago? Or sorry, that would be last month. What happened last month? Wait, what? Why on earth is the peak number like so absurd? Despite the average being so similar. I'm kind of confused. Because that's nearly the game's all-time peak happened last month. I'm confused. What happened last month? Wait, what happened last month in Gems of War? I'm confused. Did I miss something? Because 8.0 wasn't even last month. Oh no, was that another PvP update? Actually, don't even remember. Wait, why do I have gold marks twice? Oh, there it goes. It was a visual glitch. I see. Alright. Oh yeah, did I need to go get Valhawks? Oh no. Did I forget to clear them? I should have done that before I did the thingies. That's not too big a deal, but it does waste a little bit of time. But in all fairness, we were gonna have to do some PvP anyways. Oh wait, I just already did too much PvP. Oh no! Wait, we don't get to do the double for the 1,000 extra VP. Oh well, I guess I'll hold this for later then. Oh, I didn't even realize we did that much. We did like 3 battles too many. You know why? That one area was a blood frenzy and I did like 8 battles there. Oh, that's unfortunate. The VP doesn't really matter that much now that it gets purged every single season. So VP doesn't really mean much. We already hit our 180k. Anything beyond that doesn't really do too much other than hitting the goal every week. Well, actually, that's not true. Am I trying for ladder? Because ladder is a lot easier this week compared to last week. Last week we needed like 1 million plus CP, or VP I mean. This week we need like 20,000. And that would have been a free 1,000. Oh well, not too big a deal though. It's just like an extra, what, few minutes of PvP? Oh, a little more than that. Isn't that like an extra like 5 to 10 minutes of PvP? Not too big a deal. Anyways, I'll still claim that tomorrow. But first, before we do, let's go claim our gold marks, and then, not our gold marks, can you claim our, Valhawks, or Citadels, or, I will eventually mention the right word, the monoliths. We'll claim our monoliths, and then we'll go do, actually, what is left to go do? Oh yeah, Underspire. I want to get to at least bare minimum complete section 2. Might go through section 3 as well. Let's see, today's Wednesday, so if we do 1 section per day, going forward for the rest of the week, yeah, we'd have to get to section 3 completion then. Because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, no. We don't have to do section 2 completion. Because there's only 6 sections. I didn't realize the player base for Gems of War popped up randomly so much last month. I don't really feel like there was anything that would have triggered such a response. Unless their advertising was just a little bit better for once. Because this game basically has almost no advertising ever. Though I do find that really funny, though, that Payday 3 is that low in player base. Because not only does that game, I'm pretty sure, not have a mobile version, which is where, like, 80% of Gems of War's player base likely is. But, yeah, I just never realized it was that low. It's like a purely multiplayer game, too, if I'm not mistaken. So you kind of need a player base for the game to even function. Whereas Gems of War could technically have, like, 100 people playing and it would still feel almost the same as it does now. Maybe not exactly so, but... but it's less dependent on a player base. Or an active player base. Compared to, like, a strictly multiplayer game. Because I'm trying to think, what else does 505 Games own these days? Because I know Payday was basically like their shooter genre game. I never really bothered looking much into the company. Because I ended up buying Infinity Plus 2, which is the main developers of Gems of War. I want to say like 5 years ago? AKA when everything started going downhill. Or at least when we started getting 1 billion season passes. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe we had 0 season passes before then. And then we had the season passing. Where now we have all the season passes. We were talking about it the other day, but I really wish there was just like a yearly pass for Gems of War. Obviously, it doesn't include any of the microtransactions or anything, but just like a pass for all the passes. So you don't need a pass for the passes pass that they keep adding a pass for. There's one thing that just covers all of them. If there was something like 100 or something, I'd still go for it. Just one big consolidated pass for all content that is pass locked. That or just stop adding pass locked content. There's just so many layers of passes these days. Almost need to release a video on the pass guide for Gems of War. The list is starting to get that long. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know Lester stopped playing Gems of War. And that means Genki also stopped playing Gems of War. How many of you guys have stopped playing Gems of War? I almost want to do a poll for it right now. Obviously, that number would be biased, because obviously a lot of those people probably wouldn't still be here. But yeah, that means like... how much would that even be then? That means potentially up to about 10% of our viewer base don't even play the game. Just here to support. That is greatly appreciated, Genki. Let's say you might be back someday. No. You blame Genki. What, did you quit at the same time Genki quit? Rip the Lost Kingdom. Oh, was that the name of their guild? They're making you want to quit your alt. Oh no, I always found there's a reason why I haven't made a second account in like 7 years in this game. And it's mostly because it just feels so weird playing both your main account and then alt. It's just so much better just playing one. Because a lot of the systems just feel like too much in this game when you are playing two. Where it's like, why don't I just do all this on one account instead of splitting it between them? But the last time we ever made a new account was when the Switch version released. Back in what I want to say is 2017? Sharky, go back to Tacit's guild? Well, that's his alt account, though. He can't join my guild on his main account because it's on Xbox. Oh, we got a double. Which is something, of course, we've seen many times, but always interesting to see it again. I'm glad that they did code it this way. Otherwise, Valhawks would be even rarer. Ah, there we go. It's actually the only thing that's coded that way, oddly enough. I wish every single instance of things in the game were coded like that. But the old spaghetti code's probably too much to try to change at this point. So they're just doing that for newer contents like the Valhawk. Anyways, let's go do some Underspire. Oh yeah, did I ever hand out a code? Yeah, I did. We handed out when we finished out Tower of Doom. Yeah, let's do some Underspire. We're gonna go just through the first 2 sections, I guess, for now. Do through the first 2 and call it there then. First we need to go grab our team. Yeah, to what I mentioned earlier, would you guys be upset if I stopped covering teams in Monday videos, but still did them during Monday night streams? Because one thing that makes the Monday video take so long to get out every single time is having to cover anywhere from like 8 to 12 teams before I could post the video. So I've been considering doing that. Is cut all teams from the Monday video, just going over all the basic info for everything. And then when we stream at night, we then, you know, mess with all the teams and go through everything. To some degree, I believe Cynical actually does it like that. At least as far as his stream is concerned. Obviously, he doesn't do a separate video, I don't think, these days. But, you know, he kind of does a stream where he does, like, all the teams and builds them lives and everything. And I've been considering switching it to that because it is so much easier doing it that way. Just paste the teams down in the comments. Well, that's what we would do during the stream, essentially. Is we would make all the teams during the stream and use them live so you can, like, see it there and then. Because, I know, that's the main reason why. Because I feel like the meta has gotten to the point where, like, most people don't need help making teams for the most part. Like, the meta is so solved in this game at this point that I feel like there isn't a need to, like, cover them instantly. We'd still cover them during the stream when we do it and actually, you know, use them directly. At least most of them. Because obviously we wouldn't do things like the pure faction. We would still show it, but, you know, we have no need to use it ourselves since we've already done it. But, I don't know, it just feels like a lot of times I'm just basically using the same teams every time. I can get more creative with some, but then that makes the teams weaker a lot of times, so. Like, I think I went creative with this one, but... Oh, no, I just went Guards Avatar. Sometimes I do. But, anyways, what am I doing? Let me just grab the Underspire team. Oh, yeah, I actually do potentially want to get rid of a Neri. I showed a Neri here because I was like, I could quicker mana, but honestly, it's probably going to backfire more than it's going to help a lot of times. I'm actually not a big fan of a Neri. Out of every Empower troop we've gotten in, like, last year or two, it's probably my least favorite Empower in the game that has come out during that time. Is it going to cut nighttime stream content length? No, it would be even longer. It would make Monday streams longer, but it would make the Monday video out quicker and be shorter. So the Monday video would be out quicker and be shorter, which could be considered as 2 positives, potentially. And the Monday night stream would be longer. It would also go over all teams then, if we're doing it like that. I've been considering changing that for a while, and I think I finally will. I'll mention it on the next Monday video. Oh, you mean after the fact, posting them all in? Oh, yeah, I could do that after the fact. Though I feel like most of the views would already be on the video by then, but... Yeah, we can still post them there too. Because I would already have it posted on the stream, probably. So it would just be another copy-paste. Actually, that's something we used to do in the past, but it's been, like, near impossible to do with the meta getting extremely more annoying. We used to do, like, random team challenges, where we'd almost, like, randomly generate a team, in a sense, or around a certain theme of slight randomness, and try to build a team out of, like, whatever options we get. Almost like an arena draft, but slightly more balanced, and using everything in the game. But we haven't done something like that in several years now. Just because the meta has been so broken in PvP that you can't get away with fun teams. It's not to the degree you used to be able to. Yeah, I would build a team with gem keys too. Like, we'd open up like something like 10 or 20 gem keys and then build a team out of all the troops that showed up. Or even 50, I think. Yeah, that's another variant of it that we did. I don't know, I haven't done that in a while. But the biggest issue of why I stopped doing it is it was too easy to do in Explore. And it was too hard to do in PvP. And which left basically no area left where we could do it. Because it wasn't as fun if we just did an Explorer, because we pretty much knew we would just win every time, regardless what the team is. And doing in PvP, the team would just get rolled by like 95% of teams, just because of how strong the meta has been for a very long time. Even before Stellarix Wand. Well, even more so now. Come on, an area. I want mana, please. We need it. I'm not sure why I went for the other mana. I keep forgetting. That thing has plenty enough damage. I got this new mythic so I could utilize it some, and haven't been utilizing it some. Alright, what do we need here? Unfortunately, we don't have a convert over there. I could try for a brown from Sky. We do have brown storm, so it's more likely. Didn't get it, though. Good, he didn't go for a blue for some reason. Good job. Not sure why I risked that. I did that to get to full mana, but then kind of realized after the fact that... Like, obviously I knew it was an extra turn. But he could have just taken a drain gem and gotten us out of mana. Because one thing you can do with Empowers, of course, normally, which you can't quite do with an area as much, is you can cast it without an extra turn in order to secure full mana and then just simply cast the following turn. But the problem with doing that with a Neri is if you don't get extra turn, they can simply just mana drain you. As normally your damage source does not have immune to mana drain. Not always. Like, I think this has immune, right? Yeah, because of Impervious. Oh, no! Impervious does not have immune to mana drain. That's one of the annoying ones that it doesn't have immune to. You can still be mana drained when Impervious. Is that immunity is mostly immune to status effects. And mana drain is not a status effect. But oddly enough, it gets immunity to mana burn, so go figure. Mana burn immunity? Yes. Mana drain? Nope. Also, I just ruined the dimensions. I'm gonna go fix that. Pretty sure you guys don't notice, but it is driving me crazy. Wait, where's settings menu these days? There it is, more settings. Where's the 1 pixel that is currently off? Yep, 2 pixels! Oh no! That's double the offage. Dude, this stuff drives me crazy. The second I see it off by a pixel, it's like, we've got a problem here. Alright, come on. Do we finally get our 4th one? I mean, 5th. Nope. Feels weird when it says new, but obviously it's not new. It just meant we had none prior. And now we have none again because we got a badge. Yeah, it's the main thing I hate about Neri. You always have to worry about your own mana drain. And in most battles that you use it, you're not actually utilizing its mana drain. It's more so just a downside for your own team. But in all fairness, I feel like that's the case for almost all power gems. Where they're more of a liability than a help. Just look at something like Rogue Spider. That went from being the quintessential 4x rogue team to actively being like the worst thing you could ever put on a rogue team because of its backfire capabilities. As rogues generally do not have immune to web. And that thing just spams your whole team with web. Also spams the enemy with web, but the second it gets on you, it's really annoying. There's a lot of power gems like that. It's why something like barrier gem spamming or even blessed gem spamming and stuff like that are actually pretty bad. As in a lot of situations, the enemy is going to gain more of a benefit than you will from it. As they're basically getting it for free, whereas you have to use one of your options in order to get it. There's one thing that I feel like they haven't considered a lot of times when making abilities with the power gems. Is balancing around their backfire capability. Because it makes a lot of them not worth using because of it. Really? Wait, that means this is... Oh, it's a 3 off. Oh, this is going to be a double-double. I didn't see that. I thought it was a 4 off. It's only a 3 off. Oh, a double single path. Interesting. We'll go this way, I guess. I'm not trying to full scout, but if there is a place where you do want a full scout, it is the first zone. As you're likely going to take it later anyways. Hey, I guess we don't have to take the other section. Perfect. Though we're probably still going to take it later, but for now, we can ignore it. And then we'll go clear through the next section. Alright, can we convert anything here? Without completely backfiring on ourselves. Oh, lag? That was weird. I hear fireworks in the distance. I'm trying to think, where would we be doing fireworks? I guess Broadway at the beach. Because it can't be the high school because it's not Friday. So yeah, it does have to be Broadway at the beach then. But I'm not sure where the high school gets the budget to keep doing so much for their football team. I feel like that school spends more on their football team than their entire budget for the school. And I have no clue where they're getting that money from. I guess it's all coming out of education. Luckily, I didn't actually go there for my second 2 years of high school. It was still my base school, but I was going to like some other arts academy thing. which is a field I never really pursued much. Like, I've done some with graphic design and such, but, I don't know, my artistic skill's always been on the lower side. And of course, I've always considered getting into game development, but I keep getting distracted and never doing it. If we ever start doing Gems of War a lot less, I really need to get a lot more diligent on, like, actually learning game design and everything. I've dabbled in it casually, like, so often. Well, not so often, but, like, so many times, but, like, never went anywheres with it. And I really need to at some point. It was always a dream of mine as a kid to make a game. Even if it's towards just, like, the medium side as far as complexity. I don't want something, like, absurdly basic, but obviously we're not going to hit aiming for anything, like, absurdly complex. I'll take that one over. It's just a lot of time to work on something to make literally zero on, though. I think is like the biggest issue with like solo game dev. Is you literally have to work on something for years at a negative profit. Which is quite expensive to do. Oh wow, we got a first try. Is one thing that's always been nice about this YouTube channel, just generally speaking, is it doesn't matter how little the channel brings in. I'm never in the red, technically. Like, there's pretty much no upkeep cost to this channel. Aside from things I would already be upkeeping, like this chair, for example. Because I need to go get a new one soon. But, you know, that's an upkeep cost I would have regardless of if this channel existed or not. Oh, wait, I just realized. Wait. We just found the boss room before the thing. Oh, we haven't done that in a while. Wait, hold up. That threw me off. I was about to go look for the door, and it's like, wait, where's my door? There's no door here. Wait. That means this is the path? Wait, I'm so confused. Is this a 3-off on path? Because for this to be a 6-off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, this is primary path. Okay. Never mind. It's this way. Alright. Alright, let's go find our door. Oh, we haven't done that in a long while. Accidentally find the boss room before the main room thingy. Alright, let's see. Take that. Oh, so my train of thought is all over the place. What were we talking about earlier? I have no clue. I vaguely remember. It's a good thing I don't say everything that ever comes to my brain. Because it would be the most incoherent rambling ever. As my brain shifts focus like every single second onto something else. Not in like an attention span being low kind of way, just in a always curious to keep thinking of something kind of way. And it sometimes thinks of the most random stuff. Yeah, we need to cascade that down. Let's take a purple and try for brown. Didn't get it. Can you get alignment already? We just manually took like 5 threes in a row. What is this, 2016? The meta has shifted beyond that point. Alright, let's go this way. Should be the right path. We almost full scouted zone 1, but we got a perfectly clean zone 2, it looks like. Unless the boss door is not over here for some reason. Though it should be. Oh, you better not die to Death Mark. That'd be very inconvenient. Don't do it. I see you thinking about it. Don't do it. Oh, you didn't do it. Also, are we just getting a horizontal line? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 door. Doors on next one. Yep, there's door. Feels weird seeing it unlock immediately. That's what happens when you find the boss room first somehow. Is Genki gonna be a paleo streamer now? I don't know, we're gonna be a Brighter Shore streamer probably when it comes out. I don't even honestly care how good or bad the game turns out. I just have so much confidence in the developer that is working on the game that I will play it. Like, religiously. Regardless of what the player base is. I don't even care if the game has like 100 people play. Though it'll definitely have way more than that. Also, I just realized we're going to the next section. I don't know, do we bother with the next section? I might. I said I wanted to go up to zone 2, but we're already here. Does other games include orc massage? Oh gosh, Lester. Oh, you know what I did buy the other day? I saw Orcs Must Die 3 was on like a absurdly cheap sale. And I finally bought it on Steam. So now whenever we do want to stream it, I do have access to it. Because I've played 1 and 2. I've never streamed 1 and 2, but I always did want to try the third one just to see. I have heard that 3 is worse than 2. That's not going to stop me from trying it. I was originally going to play it at launch, but then it became a Stadia exclusive. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You guys remember Stadia, right? The one of a billion products that has failed by Google. It's the real kind of mahjong, but with anime waifus. Oh gosh. Where are those emojis? I have no clue. I haven't contacted him yet. Or, you know, gotten back in contact with him. He hasn't sent them yet, but I'll probably poke him soon. That reminds me, I need to go contact my dad about something that I keep forgetting to contact him about. I'm a very antisocial person. I need to go do both of those two things. But yeah, I'm not sure why he hasn't sent them yet. I'm pretty sure the next batch that I'm getting is the final, like the final product, which is probably what's taking him a little bit longer. He still has to do all the coloring, shading, whatever on earth else he's got to do to them. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't like rushing people. I should probably poke him like, hey, how's it going? Oh no, I don't like rushing people like that though. I don't know, I might poke him just to see where it's at. Hello, Turd. Welcome, welcome. Turd the third. I feel like I need to rhyme it with something. Yep, there's... Oh, no, we only have 269s. I don't know which way to go. I guess we'll go down for Lester. Why does this game have so many 69s in it? I guess when you're somewhat looking for them, you kind of see it more often, I guess. But also, Magic is at a point, though not in this game mode, but in some other game modes where the number 69 actually happens like a lot right now. Just because of our current Magic range. Ah, there we go. We found the door. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Wait, did we just get a back-to-back perfect? We did. Ooh, not bad. We had a bad zone 1, but we're going to have to full scout zone 1 anyway, so... That's pretty nice. Back-to-back perfect scouting. We might have to... we might actually get to save some gems. Up to about 150 this week, then. Not bad at all. Great, because the less battles we have to do with this team, the better. As well, it's not super, super slow. It's definitely not the quickest thing we ever have access to, but the main thing saving is the Celestial Dragon, just like auto carry. I just feel like our mana accumulation options aren't that great beyond the Empower. No, we're going all the way this week. I am stopping right here at the halfway point, though. Well, technically halfway. But, no, we are going all the way this week. Mostly because of Celestial Dragon. If it wasn't for the Celestial Dragon, I probably would only go to the 4th section. But Celestial Dragon alone is enough of a hard carry. I'm not a fan of our mana accumulation options, but Celestial Dragon's just too auto-win to not bother going for it. So, as long as you have it, I would go for it. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be calling it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always. You guys know the drill. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Main game plan for tomorrow night is a ton of PvP, as we'll probably do the whole booster and go from there. We technically accidentally already hit that threshold. I think we're at like 7k right now. Actually, exactly 7k, pretty much. So I'll be doing that tomorrow and going from there, and I guess we'll do the class event. Shouldn't take that long. It's just free 25 gems, and then this Friday we get a ton of stuff. We'll have the new mythic, we'll have the new faction, we'll have faction layout, we'll have the new faction troop. Faction troop's not too good though. We don't know about the faction layout yet, if it's going to be good or not bad. And the mythic is actually a decent utility mythic. It's definitely above average. It probably won't get used much, but it's in the utility mythic category, which those don't tend to get used much unless you like need them for their utility. But I am curious to see how he pans out, as he is a utility troop that might actually make some usage here and there. He's definitely not going to make it onto like every team, but there will be instances where you will use him, so curious to see how it pans out overall. And of course we'll make some teams, do the key opening, and do all we do in the Friday morning video. We go and cover that as we normally do. But anyways, guys, enjoy your week, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.